The captain of the Portuguese naval fleet, Lorenzo de Almeida, spots an unusually large mango tree. Its branches lush with leaves, but barren of fruit. Colombo, once known as Colombo, derived its name from this humble mango tree. Long before the arrival of the Portuguese, Colombo was a vibrant trading city, drawing merchants from distant lands: Arab, Persian, Bengali, and Chinese. In the middle of dense forests, marshy land, and rivers that surrounded Colombo, messengers lit a bonfire, its smoke heralding the arrival of strangers from distant shores to King Bhuvanikabahu V of Kotte. Reports of the newcomers reaches the king's court. Dear Lord, a very white race, clad in iron, has landed on our shores. They are eating white rock and drinking blood, trading gold for mere trinkets, and their firearms seem out of this world, my king. The Portuguese requested for a land that could hold 100 cows, their young, and one bull. A seemingly harmless request, to which the king reluctantly agreed. Colon Lake, from the bygone era of Colombo, was spread out as a great lake, enveloping landmarks such as Regal Cinema Hall, Colombo Fort, and the railway station. There arose a formidable fortress with 12 barracks. Inside, there were churches, hospitals, and grand villas. The Portuguese soon conquered Kotte. But against them stood one young prince, Prince Tigre, known to be born for war. The moat around the fort obstructed attacking the fort, so Prince Tigre cut a canal to divert its water. Today, it is known as San Sebastian Canal. Prince Tigre was a formidable fighter against the Portuguese pirates. Prince Tigre besieged the fort, forcing the starving inhabitants to eat the trapped cats. In 1656, King Rajasingha II took the help of the Dutch to eradicate the Portuguese power that Prince had confined to Colombo Fort. The departure of the Portuguese and the arrival of the Dutch was said to be like trading ginger for cheap. The VOC logo appeared on Dutch buildings and goods. Houses with arched ledges, scrolls, and porches came to Colombo. The Roman Dutch law came to Sri Lanka. At that time, a Dutch church built on grounds where wolves roamed was called Wolfendal. A Dutch engineer named Beer built a channel to drain the water from Colon Lake. Since then, Colon Lake became Bear Lake. At 10 a.m. on February 16, 1796, the Dutch flag lowered for the last time over Colombo, marking the end of 140 years of Dutch dominion. In a symbolic gesture of surrender, the Dutch surrendered their arms to the incoming British forces in a site just meters away from where we stand. With the signing of the Canadian Convention in 1815, the entirety of Sri Lanka fell under British rule, and Colombo emerged as the nerve center of colonial power. In the same year, King Sri Vikramarajasinghe, the ruler of Kandy, was captured at Bomari in central Kandy and brought to Colombo. Till he was sent to Vellore in India, he was housed in a Dutch officer's residence. Venkatarangama, the Indian wife of the king, stayed in a mansion in Maradana. The place where the Queen went down to the Beira Lake to go to Maradana stood the Portuguese gunpowder building. The water in Colombo was brackish that day. The best water was at Captain's Garden, a place a few meters away from you. This water was distributed to the whole of Colombo. Sri Kailasaranam Temple, the oldest Hindu temple in Colombo, is also located on this wonderful land. The Queen who was taken to Maradana had new clothes sewn. Her famous painting, drawn by a painter named Daniel, was drawn as she sat by the Beira Lake. The British, who revolutionized the country's road sector, built a road from Colombo to Maradana. The Portuguese gunpowder storehouse was turned into Lake House, the country's media powerhouse. The road next to this was called Macallan Road. Today, it is called D.R. Vijayawardena Market. Mr. D.R. Vijayawardena brought the last Lankan flag from England and published in his newspaper for recognition. Inspired by this, the national flag of Sri Lanka was born. In the place where the last king was housed stood one of Sri Lanka's highest buildings, named Akasakale, while in the place where the queen was taken by boat, today stands the tallest building in South Asia, and amidst the throng of daily life, as a beacon of harmony and joy, a place where the threads of history weave a unique story of unity, diversity, and a resilience of Colombo